Hello and welcome back to Whip It Wednesday. I'm Lydia.
And I'm Amber.
Yeah, and we're back again for a third week in a row in the month of April. Look at us. We've managed to be consistent.
Go.
Yay. My kids are probably like, no, Mom, no.
You can't pull that off.
No.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
yeah, oh well, who cares, right? I don't care if I'm cool.
I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm cool, weird, cool.
We're cool. We're cool. Weird. That's funny.
So, Whip It Wednesday.
Yeah.
We're going to work on whips.
We are.
Which whips should we work on?
Well, see, for me, I feel kind of guilty about this week's whip because technically when I started the whole Whip It Wednesday idea, it was to work on languishing whips. And this one is really kind of a new one. I just cast onto this in March, but I do need to get it done. So it's still a whip, though,
It's still
so
a
it
whip.
counts.
You know, if it's something you didn't finish in the month you cast it onto, I think it counts.
Okay, we'll go with
Because, you know, after that, I'm like, well, you had 3 weeks of opportunity to cast on something else.
Right, totally.
So.
Which, oh, guys, I want to cast on all the sweaters, every single
Yes.
one.
She sends me all of them.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, oh, it's another sweater.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many sweaters she's going to make in a year. For me, I'll be lucky if I finish one in a year. But
Me too. I mean, the only 2 sweaters I've ever made for myself, one took me, the yellow one, my Voyager sweater took me 2 years. And my Sunset Highway I've been working on for a year now, so
basically what you're saying is you're planning on to knit sweaters
for the rest of my life.
the next 20 years.
Yeah, because I'm going to cast on every single one that's been released, in the last 5 years, and
make it past the collar
right
to the
yep.
body,
Mm-hmm.
and then start the next one.
Yeah, so
Well, some of them are croppies.
True.
So, crop sweaters. So you might be able to do
Very
those
true.
ones faster.
Probably not.
Because, about the time it'll start snowing and then you'll be like, oh, I want to knit hats.
Yep, pretty much. I am kind of, so lots of knitters forego all the things for socks. I cast on all the socks, which is why I have a sock whip for every month for the rest of the year, basically, because I have 9 million. But I will drop pretty much everything to knit a hat.
Yeah.
Because that's my thing. I like hats.
That's
all of
kind
them.
of mine too.
I
I'm
want
like,
all of the hats.
ooh, I'm good. Especially once it starts getting cold outside, I'm like, oh man, I don't have enough hats. I need more hats.
Every single time I make a new one, Joel's like, are you sure you need another one? Like, yeah. We have like this basket in our room, and it's just all that's in it is hat projects that I've made, and it's like overflowing. I'm constantly like picking all the hats back up because they all fall out of it.
Well, just wait till we do our challenge.
Oh my goodness.
I'm super excited about that.
Me too.
So if you're tuning in this week,
Yes.
you saw our new podcast last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We celebrated 1 year of our KPTR channel.
Which was fun.
Yay!
Yeah.
So that was exciting and that was fun, and hopefully you guys all enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I had a point.
Our challenge.
Yes, our challenge. I was like, I had a point, and it went right over there
out the window.
And then Lydia caught it and brought it back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You need to remember all.
I do. And then you would catch it for me because
Yes.
I'd lose it.
Yes.
Be like, look what I found. I found this for you.
Totally.
Yeah, so our challenge. So one of our things that we kind of have planned coming up for the future is maybe a couple challenges.
Yeah.
So you'll have to stay tuned to find out
Gauntlet
more.
is thrown, my friends.
There's going to be some rules, though, to make
Yeah.
it fair, I have to say. I've been thinking about this, and I'm like, you can't just sit at home all day knitting while I'm at work, and I don't have the opportunity. So
That was totally my plan, too. No, I'm just kidding. So I'll be like,
I'm like,
you can only knit from this time to this time?
There's got to be some clear rules
Guidelines.
defined to make this fair.
That's funny.
Because I have to say I'm a little faster at knitting now than I used to be.
This
But
is true. You are.
you get more done because you have that opportunity.
Yeah.
It's like,
not lately. Ugh,
yeah.
seriously, but that's okay.
But see, I have no opportunity except for my half-hour lunch.
Yeah.
Because I think they would frown if I was sitting at my desk knitting.
Baby, give me. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey guys, I can't do any work this month because I got a
I
challenge.
have to finish this.
I have to challenge. I have to win because I'm very competitive.
But maybe if you got the office involved, like you could get them to bet, like who would do the most.
I was kind of like we did for March Madness, and
Yeah.
all our brackets went bust.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was so sad.
Our poor Gonzaga boys.
Yeah.
Oh well, they tried.
They tried. They fought hard.
They did.
Yeah.
They do every year.
Yeah. You know, honestly, that's how sports are. I mean, the first year my daughter played club, a bunch of the parents got really upset because, yes, sorry, as I spin my chair.
We're in swivelly chairs, so it's just so...
You can imagine how I am at work all day.
Make you guys not nauseous, so sorry.
This is how I am at work all day. Seriously, I just sit here like that. Yes. Okay, yeah, so my daughter's first year club soccer, she played in a tournament, and it was the very first time that the girls... Sit still, Amber. It's the very first time that the girls, you know, played together as a team. So we lost, like, major. It was like 20-0.
Yeah.
Big time. Right? And our takeaway was, well, it was a good experience. It was the first time our daughter had played with more than 3 players on the field. The first time she'd ever played with a goalie. You know, it's a developmental team. You know, it was a good experience. You know, well, I was the team manager, and the coach was younger. New coach, came over from Seattle, you know, and the parents just blew up. I mean, he was receiving the most outrageous text messages of, my daughter wants to quit playing now because she lost by, and it was so defeating, and how can this possibly happen? This is crap. We don't want to play in tournaments like this, you know, blah, 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 you know.
But that's sports.
And I'm like, if your daughter can't lose, like if she loses a couple games and then she's done, I don't want to play soccer ever again, then soccer is not her sport.
Right.
I hate to tell you, but even the most amazing teams out there, like our Olympic USA team, lose.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it just isn't going your way.
Well, look at our guys' national team. They didn't even make it to the World Cup this year.
Yeah.
And they're some of the best soccer players in the world.
Exactly.
So
sometimes you lose. I mean, and that's honestly for us one of the biggest reasons why I've always encouraged my kids to participate in sports.
Right.
Is because
it teaches them a lot.
So much in our society anymore, we try to make everything fair. And it's got to be fair. You know, it should be fair for everybody. Everybody should be treated the same. Everybody should be this. Everybody should be that. We don't want to have a winner or a loser in sports. We don't want to have this. I mean, remember when the girls were little and they didn't keep score because they're like, well, we don't want to defeat anybody by keeping score. Everybody should win. Yeah. Everybody should get a prize. You know, and they're surrounded by so much of that I really think having a good losing experience shapes them as an adult. Yeah. So when you can handle disappointment, because come on, guys, how many of us haven't been disappointed by something? Right. You know? So for me, I was so disgusted with that. I was like, this better not be how club's going to be. Because, well, and actually, we play for a Valley team now. We don't even play on the north side, even though we live on the north side. Yeah. But I was like so turned off by the parents because they were just awful. Yeah. I mean, they were awful the entire year for the whole game. Which and every time the teams were losing, and my daughter was one of the youngest girls on the team, and so it was always like, well, if my daughter didn't have to play with kids that are 2 years younger than her, you know, they'd be winning all the time. And so it was always that, like, this is crap, you know, my kid needs to win. And I'm like, yes, we all like to win. I'm a very competitive person. I like to win. I like my kids to win. I love it when my kids are winning, you know? Yeah. It's way easier to go home after soccer when you've won your game. Right. Than it is after you've lost, you know?
Well, and the unfortunate thing, I feel bad for the coach because, I mean, being a wife of a coach, honestly, the coach can only do so much. Once the kids are on the field, there's really not that much the coach can do anymore. I mean, you would hope that what you've taught them off the game field has taught them enough to be prepared for the game, but that's not always the case.
Well, and so for our club, we play for Shadow, and one of their big philosophies is that they work hard and practice to correct and do that kind of stuff at practice. But during the games, they want the kids making decisions. Yeah. They want them taking risks. They want them playing the game because ultimately they can't become a player and play if they can't play the game. Right. You know, if they need somebody to tell them where they need to be all the time. Right. And so the philosophy very much is not to stand there and yell at the kids while they're running on the field. Yeah. You know? Yep. And some coaches are better at that than others. Right. And unfortunately, him being younger, you know, he took that as, I'm not going to say anything at all during the game. And so he just sat there and watched. And I think that's what got the parents so riled up was, well, the coach isn't even coaching them. This is their first time on the field, and he's not even coaching them. He's not telling them what to do or where to go or how they should be doing. He's letting them figure it out.
Yeah.
And I think afterwards he realized that, and so he changed. But being his first experience, and that's what the club told him, they said, this is what our philosophy is.
Yeah.
He was just doing what he was told.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So, our poor Gonzaga guys.
They lost.
Yeah, but, you know, there's always next year. And hey, you know, it's the one time a year that I get to watch basketball, and my husband doesn't get too crazy about it because, you know, believe it or not, I'm the basketball player.
Which is so funny because my husband is, normally it's like soccer 24/7. I mean, even during basketball, but March Madness happens and all of a sudden he likes basketball, which I think is hysterical because I honestly don't think he cares the rest of the year.
Yeah, I pretty much. And well, I mean, I like to hear that Gonzaga, but I don't, you know, I don't care at all. Yeah.
I should maybe not say that out loud. We might get thumbs down, but that's okay. I
Don't
am
thumb us down.
not a basketball person.
I'm a thumbs up. I like March Madness.
I don't get it. I'm not a basketball person. I've never liked basketball.
Just for March Madness, that probably goes back to my competitive because, you know, office does a pool, you know, we do standings. I like to win. So
I can't say, okay, I shouldn't say I don't like basketball. I like basketball when our daughters play Hoop Fest.
Yes.
Then I like basketball.
That is so much fun. I'm kind of sad that they haven't really.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bella's kind of lost interest in basketball. She's kind of more on the volleyball.
See, and Emma really never had an interest. She just did it because Bella wanted to. And she always had fun when we were there. And she got extremely competitive, which was funny because she never played basketball other than for the 3 weeks we practiced for Hoop Fest. And she was like, I want to win. I'm like, okay, you're kind of a psycho right now, but whatever. But
Savannah,
she was always a soccer kid. So.
Yeah. Savannah came home the other day and said that one of her friends asked her to join for Hoop Fest.
Yeah.
So supposedly she's playing with 3 other little girls. But I have heard nothing from nobody's parents.
That's funny. So you're not committing yet.
So I'm like, I told her she could play. I was like, sure, if somebody else wants, because I always coached our older girls and took care of all the registration and all the stuff.
Yeah.
And so I was like, kind of like, yeah, sure, you can play if somebody else.
Right, if someone else is going to take care of
that. Yeah, sure, you can gladly be on team. I'll come downtown even and support you and watch you play.
Right? I'm just not involved in anything else. That's funny. We should probably put like a knitting timestamp here. Like,
yeah,
if you want only knitting, this is when we talk about it. We should probably do that.
Yeah. If
Mine's
you
back
want the random, stay tuned for the first part and the last part, and my bag's back here. Okay. I have Mickey today.
I have gnomes and bicycles and mushrooms.
And little Eiffel Towers.
Mushrooms.
Little. This is another one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I love this bag.
I love this bag too, and I had a Christmas sock in here, and I took it out to put this whip in it because
it's summery.
It's summery and springy, and it's got gnomes, garden gnomes, and mushrooms, and cute little vintage bicycles. So I didn't feel like it was a Christmassy.
Yeah.
So, although the colorway is not super, like, I don't know, to me it's more springy colors because it's called Gumdrop something, and so it's like pinks and blues and stuff, so it doesn't look.
Yeah, I really do like your bag.
Yeah, me too.
Where'd you get that bag from?
It's from the Hook and Gauge, which is a shop on Etsy, I believe. I don't think she has her own website. If she does, I can find out and we can put the information there. But
It's so cute.
I know, like, I love the little bicycle
And
the little gnome. I know the frogs. And there's like all the little mushrooms and the gnome pushing the wheelbarrow. And I love that this one's upside down, that guy. Like, it just random upside down gnome.
See, for me, I would have put that bag together and been like, oh no, did I mess up and put it upside down? And I was like, oh no, it's not directional.
Oh yeah, because she's upside down too. So, yeah. Nope. It's supposed to be.
Yeah, sometimes that fabric throws me off because it's like, oh my gosh, why is... Just kidding.
Yeah. So.
No, I like that. That's super
Me too.
cute.
Yeah. Should I talk about my project since I...
Yeah.
Okay.
You should probably talk about a project.
I know, right?
The camera's focused on you right now.
I know. So this is, I think it's called Latu. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. And it's by Mayu KP, Miyu KP. I'm not sure.
Don't you just feel like you're always butchering?
Oh, always, and I feel horrible about it. But it's just this simple little beanie with a cable up the side.
So cute.
So I'm using the same Angelov colorway that I'm knitting my I Smell Snow shawl with.
Oh.
And I'm holding it double.
Is that a plan to wear them together?
No, so this hat's actually from my friend Rachel.
Oh.
She made a comment. Our kids go to the same HomeLink program, and she had made a comment of. Oh, I just threw my needle on the floor. About what is she? Something about do you?
Do you
make hats for other people? And I was like, well, if I like certain people, I will. Yeah. No. So I told her yes, and so I told her to pick a colorway, and she said she wanted something neutral, so I sent her a bunch of neutrals, and this one was the one that she picked.
Oh, look, your nails match.
Yeah, other than they really need to be painted, but so here's the cable so far. I haven't done a whole lot, but it's just this fun cable, and then the rest of it's just stuck in it. But yeah, so I'm doing that for her, and it's funny because I think the colorway is still knitting up really pretty, but I honestly think I like it better in the garter. I think you see more of the hidden colors and stuff than you do in this. But I asked her if she wanted a pom-pom on it, and she said yes. And so I have this one, which totally kind of matches the that kind of mauvey brown hue that's in it. So this is my pom-pom, and this is from a company called... Hold on, I have it in my notes. Tattoo, it's Tatuo, and they're from Amazon. And you get, in the package, I got 16 different faux fur poms that all come with the little snap on the bottom.
I like the snap.
Me too, I love it.
A lot.
But it had, so this one was the neutral color. So it has like a whole bunch of different browns. It has blacks, it has grays, it has a cream. The cream colored one that I put on the top of my kaleidoscope hat came from this set.
That is really
cool. But yeah,
cool.
so I think, and it was 16 of them, I think for like $12.99, I want to say, and it was Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Free shipping. Yeah. So I think it's gonna look really pretty for her.
Yeah, I do too.
So here's my pom-pom. But yeah, so I sent her a bunch of pictures of different patterns and of yarn, and this was the pattern she liked the most and the yarn, and so she will get that.
So awesome.
Yeah. And she's a super sweet friend. I love her son. He's like my favorite little person ever, and he wears little like glasses, and he calls me Lydia, which I just love. Miss Lydia. I'm like, oh, I just love you. You're like the cutest thing ever.
That's so cute.
He and I are pals. We're buds. For Miss Rach. So my bag fell over.
Mine is in, like I said, my Bana&Bean bag. It's one of my favorite Mickey and Minnie ones I've made. So, and when I go to Disney World, it will definitely be going with me. And then the surprise inside is this shawl, which, oh man, I love the color. I'm making this for my oldest. I actually started it last winter, which is why I'm making it my WIP this week, because I need to get back on it and finish it.
It's funny. It's almost not showing up quite true to color because this is a little more of a greenish blue because it's showing up really baby blue on camera.
Yeah, you know, and when I took pictures of it you'll find them on my Instagram account, it looks just like this too.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I think, purple.
Yeah.
You know how purple's so hard on camera? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's kind of that same.
Yeah. It's
but it does have a little bit more aquamarine in it.
Yeah, it's definitely a little more
But
greenish.
It's the Knit Picks stole gradient. And so as you knit through the ball, it, you know, fades. Mm-hmm. Or I guess gets darker. It's not really fading. But yeah, so I think, and this is your Brave at Heart pattern. Mm-hmm. And I made myself little notes because this is way more yarn than what your pattern.
Right, because you're doing yours with fingering and mine was
with sport.
Yeah, with sport.
Yeah. So I'm going to knit it until I get through the dark color because I want to be able to see all the color changes. Yeah. So I just figured out the math and I'll just keep
keep going
with it. Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah, which is easy to do because the pattern, it just repeats itself. So
yeah. So I'll, you know, be excited to get to the. I know when I was doing this part, I was like, oh, when is it going to change color? When is it going to change color? Oh, it changed color. So I'll be excited to pick it up. Maybe I can
get to the next color.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
The rows are getting longer, so it won't take as long.
We'll see how motivated I am. Maybe it'll be like my sunbeam.
Yeah. Once you start, you won't want to stop.
Yeah. It's kind of the same. It's got the same basket weave pattern that now I've, so when I first started knitting this, I was like hating the whole like knit two together, yarn over, knit two together, yarn over. I could not do the knit two together. I was really struggling with that. Then I made the Yarnster hat with DK and really got into that motion of doing those knit two togethers. And so now it doesn't bother me as much. So hopefully this will be the same and I'll pick it up and I'll just be like zooming through because I've gotten a lot better at that stitch. Yeah. So I guess that would be good advice to any new knitters out there is if there's a stitch that you really hate and you're really struggling with, pick a pattern that requires you to do it
the whole time.
The entire time. Because the Yarnster, other than the brim, was literally knit two together, yarn over, knit two together, yarn over the entire rest of the hat. So,
which is hysterical that you chose that because you hate that stitch.
Yes. But it actually worked out really good.
Yeah.
So maybe that's my new motto is I'm just going to, when I hate something, I'm just going to dive right in and do it over and over and over again until I make myself like it. You know what? I should do that with socks.
There you go. Just knit all the socks. Hey, I have like 9 sock whips left. Do you want to finish them for me? Actually, I don't think I have that many, but still, I think I have 6 left.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6.
My problem is I keep casting onto socks and then they just sit because I'm like, bleh. But
yeah,
getting those moved over to my double points, I'm hoping helped.
Yeah.
So I still haven't worked on it. Stop stealing.
You guys can totally see my mic hanging out of my shirt, so just, ignore
It's
that.
just her caterpillar friend.
It's disturbing.
Don't look too close because you'll see it running down the side too.
It's a little disturbing, so just ignore it. But
you wouldn't be able to hear us if we didn't have them, so.
yeah. Well, you'd probably be able to hear me. You wouldn't be able to hear her.
Yes, that's true. Maybe we should try that one time. Take your mic off and leave mine on.
Right? We'd probably be more...
I can tell you when I'm editing, it's like, okay, Lydia's really loud, and then if I turn it down, all of a sudden you can't hear me at all.
Which is funny because I don't feel like I talk louder than you.
No.
So, I don't know.
I just have a softer...
Chris is giving me a funny look, so maybe I do. I don't know.
I think my voice is just softer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have my dad's voice that's like super quiet and like you can't hear. And the only time I ever could hear him totally is when like the 2 times in my entire life that I ever saw him like so mad that he like threw TV trays. So yeah, he came home from being gone and I had my boyfriend in the backyard of the house. So that was like the only time I really saw him really, 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 really mad.
Wow, breaking all the rules. Had a boyfriend in the backyard.
Yeah. I know I look super sweet and nice, but I'm kind of a rebel, so. I'm getting eye roll for my husband, too.
Yeah. He's like,
well, between me and Lydia, I am totally the rebel.
Whatever. I doubt it. Chris is rolling his eyes again, so either he agrees with me or he's like, yeah, neither one of you is a rebel.
It's probably more like that.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I want to go play in the mud, but what does my wife do? Tell me all the things that could go wrong with the car.
That sounds like me too.
It's like
I wouldn't say either one of us.
spinning Brodies out in front of the house when we had all that snow.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm sure our neighbors just absolutely love that. like, and then I look at my oldest and say, see, I told you, they never grow up, ever.
Yeah. Oh, I said that the other day. I was having that same exact conversation.
Because she tells me all the time, she's like, all the boys at school are so stupid. They're so stupid and so immature. She's like, I don't know how I would ever have a boyfriend because they're all so stupid and immature. And I said, honey, you can't be so picky because that's just how they are. They never grow up.
We sound like we're really mean. We don't think that. We love them.
I love my husband.
Yes, I love mine too.
Yes. I tell her all the time, it's important that they don't grow up because
they make
us
fun.
Laugh.
Yes, they make
and
life
they make
fun
life
for us.
Fun. And where we would get stuck in the mud and bogged down by all the everydayness of everything, they help it. Yeah, they're like spontaneous. Let's do this, or let's wrestle around on the ground with the girls and make the dog bark and drive my wife crazy.
Totally.
But the girls love it. So
for sure. So.
Yeah.
I was going to say something. I had a point that but I don't remember what it was. So
I didn't catch it. I'm sorry.
I know I didn't catch yours either, so it's okay. Earlier, but whatever. This episode was super all over the place, so we apologize for that.
But hopefully that's why you keep coming back.
Right? Yes.
We're different, guys. We're different.
What my dad used to say that normal was a setting on a dryer, and I was like,
I love that.
I know. I was like, that's pretty perfect.
Dude, I am totally gonna coin that. I love that.
Yeah,
that's so sweet.
Yep.
I think out of the box is way better than in the box.
Right.
In the box, you're confined and trapped. I mean, who wants to do that?
Totally. Yes.
Okay. Well, with that, on that note.
We will see you guys hopefully next time.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us and spending a little bit of your afternoon knitting with us. And we will see you next week.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, just wanted to pop on real quick and announce our winners for the WIPit Wednesday hashtag that we have on Instagram and the comments that were left on YouTube. So just as a reminder, the skeins that are up for grabs are this beautiful skein of Witch Candy, I have the tag upside down, in the Sugar Skulls colorway, and this skein from me, which is the Knit anniversary skein that I dyed last year. So our 2 winners, our Instagram winner was Solar Lucy, so yay, congrats Lucy. And then from the comments left on YouTube, that was D Thompson. So if you, Lucy, you can just contact me on Instagram. You can just private message me. And Dee, you can go ahead and send me an email at oloopsyarn.gmail.com and let me know your address. And the first person to get back to me will get to pick the skein that they want. And then the other person will get the one that's left over. So congrats again, ladies.